Hi and welcome. In this video I will show you how to configure router on a stick using Juniper devices. If you're like me and you started by learning Cisco, you find Juniper operating system a little bit confusing. But hey, don't worry, I'm here to help you. So let's dive in. We have one router, one switch and two PCs. One PC is in VLAN 10 and the second one is in VLAN 20. So what we'll do is configure the two ports which are facing each host with VLANs, and the ports will be in access mode. The port which is facing the router will be configured as a trunk port. And on the virtual MX, we'll do the router on a stick configuration, where we'll configure the sub interfaces for each of the VLANs. The PC are pre-configured and they already have a IP address added on their interfaces. So PC1 will have 192.168.10.1 and the gateway is 192.168.10.254. And PC2 will have the IP address of 192.168.20.1 and the gateway 192.168.20.254. So let's start first with configuring our EX router. Let's first check the configuration that we already have, and as you can see, this is the default configuration. Nothing has been added. So the first step would be to add the VLANs. So set VLANs, VLAN 10, VLAN ID 10, and the same thing for the VLAN 20. Now that we have added the VLANs, we can proceed and add the VLANs on the interfaces. So we'll configure G001 and G002 with VLAN 20 and VLAN 10 respectively. So set interfaces G001 unit 0 family Ethernet switching interface mode access VLAN members 10, and the same for G002. We'll configure it with VLAN 10. So let's check our interface configuration, and as you can see, both interfaces are now configured. Let's now configure the interface which is facing the router. So set interfaces G000. I can use .0 instead of unit. Family Ethernet switching interface mode trunk and VLAN members open square brackets and add the VLAN IDs and close square brackets, and we can commit. Let's check again the configuration, and you can pause this video and copy this configuration. Now let's move on the router. So let's check the configuration on the router first. As you can see, it's default configuration, nothing added. So let's configure the interface first. The interface which is facing the switch is also G000. So G000 will enable VLAN tagging. This will allow us to create sub interfaces with VLAN IDs, exactly what we need. Also, I will create sub interface 10 with VLAN ID of 10. And after I assigned a VLAN to it, I can configure an IP address. So family inet address 192.168.10.254/24. The same goes for our second subinterface, which is subinterface 20 with VLAN ID 20 and family inet address 192.168.20.254/24. Let's commit the configuration and let's jump to the VLAN 10 device and let me ping VLAN 20 PC. So 192.168.20.1. As you can see, the ping is working perfectly fine, which means that our configuration is correct. I will list the configuration on the router so you can see it, you can pause it, and you can copy it in your lab. So basically this is how you configure the router on a stick. I hope it is useful for you, and if you want to learn more about how Juniper works, you will find in the description a link to my online course. So make sure to check it out. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.